Hi all, today this video is about heredity and evolution. In this video we'll discuss about the biological terminologies which is used in the heredity. Here we go. And what is heredity? Heredity is a passing on of characters from parents to the child. Progeny are the offspring, which is a biological terminologies which is used for the child, the young ones. Okay, in this picture you could see the one parent is of red color and another parent is of blue color. Both of their characters is being inherited to the progeny. And here too you could see the eyebrow color is being inherited from mother, and eye color is being inherited from father, and hair color is being inherited from mother. So the inheritance takes place. The characters can be inherited from both of the parents. Okay, triads, and we have seen triads is nothing but the characters. So what are all those? An eye color may be a character, skin color is a character, and height, tallness and dwarfism is a character. Okay, so in this picture you could see the skin color of the butterfly is as a character, and here you could see the pea plant, tallness as a character and shortness as a character, a triads. Okay, allele. What is allele? Allele is a complementary form of genes. Complementary form of genes in the sense, for a character we have two sets of genes. Why two sets of genes? Here we go. We have paternal chromatid, and also we have a maternal chromatid which we have inherited from a father and mother respectively. And here you could see the part of a chromosome, a gene which is called as a gene, and that gene is for fair, and this gene, maternal gene, is for dark skin. So these are all the two sets of genes for a single character skin color. Okay, so our father have given the fair gene and our mother have given the dark gene for a single character skin color. Yes, so we have two sets of genes for a character, so these two genes are called as an allele. Yes, okay. Progeny inherits two genes for a character, one from mother, yes, and one from father, okay. And only one allele expressed in the progeny. Only one allele is going to express in the child. And that allele we call that as a dominant allele. Yes, okay. The one which have not expressed and which is there in a progeny is known as a recessive allele. So here you could see the tall plant, a pure breeding tall plant having tall alleles, and pure breeding short plant having two short alleles. If this has been hybridized and giving the progenies, na, result of the progenies all are tall. Here you could see the tall allele and the short allele both are inherited in the progeny, but only one which is expressing. So this expressing I call tallness as a dominant character. Here comes phenotype. What is phenotype? So phenotype is a physical appearance. In the previous picture, we have seen that the tallness and the dwarfness. The tall, the external appearance, he is tall. He is morphologically tall. Yes, that is a physical appearance. That is a phenotype. And comes the terminology genotype. Genotype is part of a genetic makeup of a cell which is going to determine the physical appearance. Okay, so the gene, how the gene has been coded. If the gene is of tall gene which have inherited from our father, that particular progeny will be tall. So gene is a DNA genetic code, and that results in the phenotype. So here you could see that hair color for gene which is brown, that particular progeny will have a brown, and if it is of ginger, that particular phenotype, that particular progeny will have ginger as a phenotype. And how the phenotype is influenced by the genotype. Yes, in the previous slide we have seen that the genes which are going to determine the physical characters. So how they are going to determine, we are going to see. So here is a chromatid and here is a gene for the tallness. And see, if once the cell has been divided, the once the DNA has been replicated and the cell has been divided, then the gene will give rise to the proteins. So how the gene is going to give the proteins, that we'll see in the next slide. So genes will give rise to the proteins, and from the proteins enzymes are formed, because all enzymes are proteins. So enzymes are formed from the proteins, and enzymes gives rise to the hormones, chemical messengers. And imagine that hormone as a growth hormone. If growth hormone is highly quantitative, what will happen? That results in a tallness character. So this is how the gene is influencing the phenotype. This is how the genotype is determining the phenotype. So here comes, once the DNA replicated and once the cell has been divided, that DNA will give rise to the mRNA. So here you could see the synthesis of mRNA, and this is the mRNA. mRNA is synthesized from the DNA, and once the mRNA is being synthesized, so who is a protein factory of a cell? Ribosomes. Ribosomes are a protein factory of a cells, right? So this mRNA is abbreviated as messenger RNA. So this mRNA goes to the ribosomes and gives a message for the ribosomes to produce a particular protein. So once the mRNA have given the information to the ribosomes, that will give rise to the proteins, a polypeptide. And there is a thing called central dogma in biology, that is, once the DNA has been replicated, transcription process occurs. Transcription is nothing but the formation of mRNA from the DNA, and this mRNA goes and gives information message to the ribosome for the production of protein. Yes, this process is called as translation process, and this is how the genotype is determining the physical character. And here comes the variation. What is variation? Difference in the DNA among the individuals. Yes, so variation is a difference in the DNA among the individuals. So take for example you and your father. Whether you are 100% identical to your father? No, there is a DNA difference between you and your father. So how this DNA difference is occurring in an individual? We'll see. It is because of variation may occur due to environmental conditions. Environmental conditions in the sense, sometimes the environmental conditions influence your genetic makeup, influence your genetic material, that is giving a mutation, a change, creating a change in your genetic material. If your genetic material DNA has been changed, accordingly the proteins are synthesized, accordingly your characters will differ. So variation may occur due to environmental conditions. So for example, imagine if a bacteria, heat sensitive bacteria, that is, it can't sustain in a high temperature above 45 degrees Celsius. So heat sensitive bacteria which is living in one particular place, and there the temperature is increasing rapidly. Temperature is influencing that genetic makeup of the bacteria, and that is resulting in a production of proteins, and that prepare that bacteria to live in a highly increasing temperature area. Clear note here. So this is how the external DNA is influenced by the external agencies, external temperature conditions. So variation is of advantageous. So variation is increasing the survivability of the particular organisms. So variation is giving rise to the evaluation process. So from a simple bacteria, the thermophilic bacteria has been evolved. Yes, right? And what is next condition for the variation? Crossing over in sexual reproduction. So you have studied about meiosis process. So meiosis process, once before the formation of a gamete, a haploid cells, what will happen? Inside your body, the paternal chromosomes and the maternal chromosomes, they come together and they'll exchange their genes in them. In that way, the genetic makeup is being changed, that give rise to the variation. And comes the accumulation of variation during reproduction. So see, inheritance from a previous generation provides both a common basic body design and subtle changes in it for the next generation. next slide, see in this picture you could see this bacteria have given rise to the two new bacteria. The variation have occurred. That too, these variations are very minute. Yes, right. Only this particular portion has been changed, has been varied from the parent bacteria. When this bacteria has given rise to two new bacteria, see, you could see the variation have been multiplied. Variation has been increased. Variation has been accumulated and transferred to the next generation. And here you could see the more number of variation has been resulted. And in this way, once the variation is capable to produce the new characters in a particular individual, that way new organisms or a new species are evolved. And here comes the question, do all these variations in a species have equal chances of survival? No, definitely not. Only some variations will have the advantages, will increase the survivability of that particular organisms. What is other variations? Imagine, for example, if you are having a pickle, so that pickle contains a carcinogens, chemical preservatives. So carcinogens are called as a cancer causing agents. So if that chemical preservative, if we are having the pickles daily, that chemical preservative will get into you and will do the variation in your genetic makeup, and that give rise to the formation of cancerous cell or an abnormal cell. So now what will happen? This is an again disadvantages, right? This is an ill effect to our body, right? So what will happen? Our other healthy cells will try to kill that cells. So this is a way variation, not all variations are will increase the durability. So here comes the phylogenetic tree. So what is phylogenetic tree? Tree showing the evolutionary relationship among various biological species. So here you could see the bacteria which is sharing the more number of its DNA with the aquifex. Aquifex is nothing but the bacteria which can produce water as a respiratory waste material. We are producing carbon dioxide as a respiratory waste material, right? So this aquifex are bacteria which produce the water as a respiratory waste material. So this bacteria, it is known that bacteria is the first evolved organism in the earth. So variation have occurred in the bacteria and that have given rise to the aquifex. So then comes the Thermatoga. So Thermatoga as a thermophilic bacteria can survive in highly temperature rich conditions, that is near volcanoes. So this shares more number of close same genetic makeup with the bacteria, and this variation have accumulated and that have given rise to Methanococcus and Sulfilobibus RK, and from this the eukaryotic organism have evolved, and from the eukaryotic organisms highly developed present occurring multicellular organism have evolved. So once the variation is been capable, once the environmental change has been once the environmental changes are making a mutation in the DNA, creating a variation for the survivability, that variation will rise to the formation of new species, right? Okay, so phylogenetic tree is a tree showing the organism which is sharing most of their genetic material, an evolutionary relationship among various. And we have studied about the central dogma, that is, after the once the DNA has been replicated, that gives rise to the mRNA, a messenger RNA, and that gives message to the ribosomes, a protein factory in the cell. And again, with that message, the ribosomes produce a particular protein. So this way, the genotype is influencing the phenotype. So we'll see in the next video about the father of genetics, Gregor John Mendel, and the experiments performed by him. Thank you all. I hope you liked this video.